first of all, crazy world, well, we are probably cheering
we're cheering
0%.
Zero is an achievement,
right?
yes.
But it is an achievement. Is the biggest risk to markets that actually there's a strong repricing, a quick repricing in German bonds, and no one's realized?
Yeah, I think as much as anything, it's being dragged up by what's happening in US rates and the strength of the economy. If you look at the global economy, we've got the synchronized growth story that's happening. Definitely benefits Europe, but it sort of benefits the whole world. So I know you're in Davos. There's a lot of optimism there.
Too much optimism?
Maybe too much optimism. There's a lot of growth happening around the world, and that definitely benefits Europe. So I think part of the move we're seeing over the last few weeks in rates is a reflection of that synchronized growth story. I still think it's really being driven by the US because that's where there are capacity constraints. We don't expect to see European yields move too much higher here. Like I say, it's still only zero, so we're not talking about tight contractionary policy.
No.
5-year yields are zero. That's still, of course, historically incredibly low.
Let me bring you over to my other chart, which is a curve compression, which is basically the German 5-year and 30 yield spread compared to the Treasury 5-year and 30 yield spread. What does this tell you about where you want to be invested in?
Well, our own view is that you want to prefer Europe relative to the US. The US is where the growth is. It's where the potential inflationary surprises are. And if there's an inflation surprise in Europe, it's to the downside, in our view, not to the upside. So as a relative value trade, we still think European bonds look better value than US, but it's a relative value trade.
What about equities?
Equities, equities had a phenomenal year last year. Probably because of the growth story, we carry on with modest single-digit returns. A lot of those have already been achieved, so we've had a great start in the equity markets as well. So more muted in the equity markets, but probably still a positive return out of equities through the course of this year.